This agency has no digital media resources already in use as educational tools. For the Digital Media Implementation Plan, I propose using pre-made digital media resources from Khan Academy to create hybrid developmental math courses, where students and their teachers are making full use of all resources for learning, digital or otherwise. The nature of these resources is to provide mathematics instruction delivered via YouTube videos. Khan Academy also has practice problems that are randomly generated so that students will never run out of exercises. GED or General Education Diploma teachers and students will find success in using the site for just-in-time or catch-up learning. In this presentation, I'll talk about the methods that are and can be used, obstacles to implementing new methods, the advantages and disadvantages to using Khan Academy, and special considerations. Currently, this agency serves nearly 300 adult learners in the classroom in day and evening classes. Often, teachers are overwhelmed by the number of students in their classrooms and not having enough time or other resources to reach each student individually at his or her level, because most classes are multi-level in nature. Students try their best by allowing students to work independently out of textbooks. Similarly, with Khan Academy, students will work on their own. However, they will have an expert teacher to lead them through their studies, and feedback will guide them forward to new material or backwards for review. If and when students get stuck, they can rely on their classroom teachers for support. In this way, teachers will be able to reach not only those who are having difficulty when they do, they will also be able to concentrate their efforts on helping the students who are seemingly behind their classmates based on easily accessible class statistics. The administration is open to the possibility of utilizing digital media resources. However, it is up to the individual teachers to manage the use of them with their students. Teachers may or may not be interested in incorporating the use of digital media resources, depending on their skills and ease for using computers and digital media, and how much upfront time it will take them to prepare their lessons and their students for using Khan Academy. There are many benefits to using this form of digital media in creating a hybrid-style course. First, the lessons are free. Additionally, use of the instructional and practice materials requires an internet connection. However, they can also be downloaded on a program like RealPlayer and used offline. The website has standalone lessons that may or may not be cumulative in nature, which is good because it means that the format is good for catch-up. Students who need a refresher in one area or another can get on the website, watch a video, do some practice exercises on the computer or out of their workbooks, and continue on a path towards learning success. Furthermore, the lessons are self-paced. By using Khan Academy to supplement classroom learning, students will better understand that online resources for learning abound, and they may be more inclined to use digital media for asynchronous learning of just about any topic. And interestingly, Khan Academy hopes to cover most topics and to eventually, as is stated on its webpage, become the world's first free, world-class virtual school where anyone can learn anything. Furthermore, as was mentioned previously and is shown on the slide, teachers will have access to vital statistics about each student and his or her progress. Fortunately, the agency has a computer lab that is equipped with 11 desktop computers that are connected to high-speed internet. In order for digital media to be a realistic option, class size will have to be small enough so that all students will have a computer to work from, or teachers will have to find a way to give groups of students time at the computers. Unfortunately, even though technology is so pervasive these days, not all adult learners have computers at home, and if they do, they may not have an internet connection. Many students' only access to computers and the internet is at the local library or at school. Therefore, it is difficult to assign class homework using Khan Academy. However, one way it could be used is for the teacher to set up class so that it is self-paced like the website itself. In Pennsylvania, there are no adult education standards for students who are pursuing their GEDs. Khan Academy is not a standards-based site, so just as students might open their textbooks and begin learning at the beginning, covering topics on their own, they can do the same at the Khan site. The only difference is that the Khan site is responsive. It gives feedback, which is a good thing. Finally, its map of knowledge, as is shown here, allows students to work out math problems, and based on their answers, the site suggests other exercises and can even recommend review, but it is not very user-friendly. Teachers will have to introduce the site and its options to their students to get them on board with using it for learning. My recommendation is for the use of Khan Academy and face-to-face instruction for a kind of hybrid program, especially in consideration of the agency's limited resources. As part of the coherence principle for multimedia presentations, it is recommended that materials support the learning goal. Therefore, while there may not be standards for learning in either the classroom or at Khan Academy, it may be prudent for teachers to establish learning goals with their students at their levels, say according to their test scores. If the agency chooses to use Khan Academy for developmental math instruction, teachers should take a closer look at how they can best make use of it in order to improve instruction and learning.